KREM 2 Morning News begins now.
5:28 now. Ballots are due in less than 2 weeks for Spokane voters. We break down the measures you need to know.
And here's a live look outside. We've got sunny skies in store for today. Find out if we've got any changes in the forecast and when to expect them coming up.
Students as young as 12 years old could be subject to drug tests at a school district in Texas. We break down what prompted that change. 5:28 now, and welcome back to KREM 2 Morning News on our Friday morning. Great to have you with us. I'm Jen York.
And I'm Evan Arani.
And I'm Dana Marie McNichol.
Welcome back to KREM.
Thank you.
It's her first day back with here at KREM on the morning show, though.
Yeah.
Exactly, on the morning show. I was with you guys 2 years ago. My goodness, time flies. And I was a dayside reporter, but I'm just so excited to be here with you guys this morning and wake up with you all.
So a familiar face. You've probably seen Dana Marie before. But tell us a little bit about what you've been doing around the Northwest.
Oh my goodness. Well, I've been really busy. I just gave up my title as Miss Washington, which
Very
has been a lot of
exciting.
fun, which meant I traveled the state and did so much incredible community service and met so many amazing people, and it just made me so excited to be able to come back to KREM and serve this community in just a different way.
And we are very special because we get all to ourselves here on the morning show.
Traded in the crown for a microphone.
It's a good trade.
Exactly. Well, we're happy to have you on the
Thank
show
you.
with us this morning, and for mornings to come, a lot more, right?
So welcome. Hopefully you're enjoying your first day here back on the morning show with us. In the meantime, we want to get to what we need to know outside today,
That's
Evan.
right. We're going to take a look outside to start off our morning where things are calm and dry right now. We've got conditions pretty nice to start off our now Friday morning. Isn't that nice to say? We've officially hit the weekend basically. And with it, it's going to be a great weekend to enjoy what we've got outside. If you're going out to Lake Coeur d'Alene, well, it's going to be a great weekend to do so. The only thing to note is that there is a very, very small red flag warning that takes effect as of 4 p.m. It will continue through 8 p.m. over the area of Ellensburg down through Yakima. Aside from that, eastern Washington going to be staying clear of any watches in the mornings. Same situation going into North Idaho. That view outside, beautiful to start off the day. 60 degrees outside, east-northeast winds coming in at 5 miles an hour. Now, what we've got hour by hour is showing that we're probably going to make our way to about 91, maybe 92 degrees for that afternoon high. Winds stay calm all the way through the next several hours, and then just past about 2 and 3 p.m., we start to see those winds kick up out of the southwest, only to maybe 3 to 5 miles an hour, and gusts in maybe the low double digits, but enough of a breeze to come through with that low humidity to still kind of kick up our fire danger around us. So just something to keep in mind, to be vigilant of, that we do always pretty much have high fire danger around this time of year, and that through the weekend it will follow in that pattern. I'll send things back to you, Jen.
All right, Evan, thank you. It is 5:31 now. In less than 2 weeks, voters in Spokane will cast their ballots for candidates for mayor and city council. And depending on where you live, the ballot will also include one or more measures for you to weigh in on. KREM 2's Casey Decker took a closer look at the two measures likely to have the most impact.
There's one measure that everyone in Spokane County will see on their ballot. It's a measure to renew the public safety sales tax through 2029. That rate is 0.1%. Right now, most county residents pay an 8.8% sales tax all told. The county itself will keep 60% of the money raised. The other 40% goes to various towns and cities. All the money will be used for various public safety and criminal justice measures. This tax already exists. The measure would just renew it. It was first passed narrowly in 2004 and then renewed by a large margin in 2009. Another big measure on the ballot, a levy increase for the county library system. Now, here's something important to remember. The county system is completely separate from the city system. This has caused some concern for the county system following the Drag Queen Story Hour controversy, because that actually happened in the city, not the county. It's the county system that's now asking to increase property tax rates. They want to bump it from 43 cents to 50 cents per $1,000 in property value. If you've got a $200,000 home, that's an increase of about $14 per year. The library district says the increase is needed to just keep up basic operations. They say costs are rising faster than revenue right now. Without the levy, the district says it will likely have to close at least one branch, make cuts to programming, and be unable to keep its digital resources up to date. The last time a levy hike was on the table for the district was 2010. It passed comfortably. Before that, 2006, which also passed by a big margin. For KREM 2 News, I'm Casey Decker.
5:33 now. Here are the top stories that you need to know before you start your day. Attorney General William Barr ordered the federal government to reinstate the death penalty. The decision could impact the fate of one of the area's most notorious killers, Joseph Duncan. The convicted murderer is sitting on death row at a federal prison in Indiana. In 2005, Duncan attacked the Groney family. He killed 4 people, including Dylan Groney, who he kidnapped along with Dylan's sister, Shasta. Shasta survived. Police ultimately rescued her 6 weeks later. Washington State is rolling out same-day voter registration for the primary election next month. For the first time, people will be able to register or update their information until the end of the day on August 6th. People can also register by mail or online until 8 days before an election. The previous cutoff date was at the 29-day mark. A new dog park is open in Ponderay. It's the first of its kind. It is because it's fully compliant with the Americans with Disabilities Act. It was funded primarily by donations and a grant. Everything from a ramp to access points make it special. Even the gravel is designed to burn off bacteria, making it ideal for people living with immune system disabilities. The park is now open, but the grand opening event is scheduled for 3 p.m. on Sunday. Kids as young as 12 years old could be drug tested in a Texas school district. It applies to any student who wants to play sports or participate in extracurricular activities. Students who receive a permit to park at the high school will also be subjected to testing. District leaders say it does not have a drug problem or a growing epidemic. They say the purpose is to keep students safe. They also want to discourage them from doing anything that may cause them harm. And it's coming with mixed reactions. Our viewer Vanessa said, unfortunately, that kind of thing is becoming more and more necessary. Now, this next viewer thinks that coaches and teachers should also be drug tested. KREM 2 viewer Sarah does not agree that this is the best way to spend money. Of course, you can weigh in this morning on the KREM 2 Facebook page. 5:35 now. Here are 3 things you need to know today about President Trump and the Trump administration. The Democratic-controlled House easily passed bipartisan debt and budget legislation yesterday. The measure permits the Treasury to issue bonds to pay the government's bills. And it also locks in place recent budget gains for both the Pentagon and domestic agencies. The Justice Department announced the government again will start executing death row inmates. This is the first time in 15 years. President Trump has long said he wanted to revive that death penalty. The Justice Department said it would use a single drug to avoid botched executions. North Korea says it fired its new tactical guided weapon as a solemn warning to South Korea. Yesterday's launch was the first launch since President Trump met with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un in June. The statement from North Korea did not criticize the U.S. as past statements have. 5:36 now. Coming up at 6. Again, the U.S. Justice Department is reinstating the death penalty, and the first inmate set to be executed is a white supremacist who once tried to bomb Spokane City Hall.